Welcome to the latest installment in my videos detailing the development of my Arduino-based EMC CNC pendant. As you can see right here, I've got the address of my website up there for more details. You'll also notice this time I've got my iPhone propped up on my Panavise on top of a stack of books to hopefully provide a little bit less camera shake during this. So forgive the jury rig, I hope it gives a nicer video. Since my last video, there have been a lot of developments here. The first and most obvious is that we have more of a real case going on here. The keypad is, as you can see, a little bit of a rough job on this one. I have a new enclosure in the mail from Mouser, which will hopefully be fitted out a little bit more nicely. But what you can see here is the development of the touchpad. It's kind of a pseudo-membrane keypad. It uses switches like these little tactile guys right here. They're just little click action switches, and you can just probably barely see down there. I used rows of weather stripping in between the rows of keys so that as you kind of work through it, it's got a little bit of a nice firm feel to it. It's actually not bad. The keypad itself is simply a couple sheets is a sheet of paper printed on an inkjet with a clear plastic laminate on both sides to give it a little bit more durability. The feel of it is actually pretty decent. The software, or the firmware I should say, for the system has also gotten quite a bit more sophisticated since last time. We'll notice right here that you can see the little splash screen. And as I start EMC up on my host PC, then you'll notice that the screen will update, and it now displays the machine status in several different things. As we work through it, you'll see that it changes to show that the machine is off, and then when we turn the machine on, it actually will display the full DRO display on there as normal. We're going to start, we'll jog the y-axis, and when I click that, you'll notice it activates the blinking cursor to show that. And I'm going to select a 0.010 jog increment, and you can see that that now displays there. I've added room for the display of other machine variables such as the spindle, status RPM, and feed rate. And just as with last time, once we actually start turning it, we'll notice that things update just as we would expect them to. I also seem to have fixed a problem that was causing the display to freeze under some circumstances. It appears to be related to this encoder, which has a much higher count rate than my last one. This has 128 counts per revolution instead of 32. With the old one, when you would spin the hand wheel really fast, it would cause things to lock up and kind of behave in strange ways. With this, that no longer happens. I basically had to add some delays in there so that if the hand wheel is going really fast, it basically starts to ignore it. The other thing you'll notice with this version is if I actually go and load a program, I'll have to home all my axes first, and then we'll select a file to load up. When I go and start that program, it then switches to a different screen which has the program status, and this is going to be focused on feed rate and spindle rate. And so that, because those are the things you're actually going to be modifying during program operation. The DRO display is kind of cool, but it's also kind of useless in that situation, so there's really no reason to have it. And basically, and then as we stop the program, you'll notice it drops back into manual mode, and we can see the DRO showing right where the machine stopped. Next things up are just kind of wrapping up getting all the other bits of the software to actually work, having all of these different functions hooked up, doing another enclosure with the cutout for the keypad done a little bit more precisely. This time it was just kind of feeling things out. But otherwise, from my first perf board iteration a few months ago, we can see I think it's come a nice way, and it's getting pretty close to being an actual usable pendant. Thanks. Have a nice day.